What's good, everybody?
Yo, what up?
We are back again with another episode of the
Another one.
No Hedging Podcast. I go by the name of Rip16, the GOAT.
And I'm Ty the Jet, man. You know who I am by now.
I hope so. If you don't know,
now you know.
Exactly, man. And we are back for week 14.
Mm-hmm.
Picks, predictions, best bets, and you know we like to do a special thing at the end around here, what we like to call the dogs of the week.
Yep.
But for those of you that haven't been tapped in with us, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like, share, comment. We like to talk back. We like to hear y'all talk. We like to see people argue in the comments.
What is your predictions for this week? Comment below. Do you agree with me?
If you're a homer and you just going to pick your team every week, I don't care. Go ahead. Say it. Mm-hmm. Say it. If they destroy you in the comments, we ain't had nothing to do with it. But we might have something to do with it. Anyway, regardless, we back. If you haven't been keeping track, we've been doing pretty decent on our picks lately.
I've been doing good. I've been doing really good.
Pretty good. I've been doing good
throughout the season. I've been doing really good.
First of all, I was talking about just lately. First of all, I haven't been doing bad either, so don't let that deter you. Last week we both went 9-4
on our predictions.
Again,
tied.
Spider-Man, man. Last week it was 13-3. This week's 9-4. And that's bringing us to a grand total for the season. For you are at 131-62.
Wow.
On the season, and I am at 115-78 on the season. So
I'm sitting comfortably.
Winning records, hey, it's only comfortable if every single pick is right. Until I get perfect, I ain't comfortable. I'm going in, and we're going to make sure we get these picks right. So without further ado,
we're going to get these picks right because it's time for the
rundown.
Let's start it off, man. Let's go. What we got? First game of the week.
First game on the slate. We have such a good game.
Really? How good is it?
If you put like top shelf liquors up here, this game would be like underneath the floor.
I'm excited.
We have the New England Patriots.
Oh, no.
Versus the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, my God.
In a good old TNF matchup. Maybe TNF can give us a great halftime show to sauce this one up a little bit. The Steelers are 6-point favorites in this one at home.
How?
How not? I mean... The Patriots don't really have a quarterback. I don't know if it's that much to really say. Like, they got Zappy started last week, and they put up a goose egg against the Chargers defense that has been scored on by me and you, and we're not even on a team. Yeah, so I'm pretty easily swayed to pick the Steelers in this one, even with, you know, somewhat tumultuous situations and getting a beat down from the Arizona Cardinals last week. I think they bounced back. That game was a little weird with the rain delays, though.
Yeah, it was like an hour rain delay.
It was two of them in there, total in an hour, so it was weird. But they was getting their ass beat before the rain delay, so I'm not giving them no passes. But I don't see that happening with the Patriots.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to go ahead and take the Pittsburgh Steelers at home. Najee Harris is banged up a little bit. Kenny Pickett banged up as well, so you got Mitch probably going to be the starter. New England on the New England side, Ramondre Stevenson, he's out. So it's going to be an ugly, nasty game. The over and under total is 30, so you already know what people are thinking on that. So
still might go under.
Don't know how any of these teams are going to score a lot of points, but Mitchell Trubisky, he played in the league before. He got some experience. He took the Bears to the playoffs, right? So I'm going to go ahead and take Pittsburgh at home, coming off of that loss to Arizona. Nasty, sloppy game. It's a good matchup, though, as far as coaches go, Belichick and Tomlin. So I'm going to go ahead and take Pittsburgh at home.
Yeah, but Pittsburgh is a dumpster fire.
I'm going to take Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh
got
good.
way more talent.
Pittsburgh is good. Not Pittsburgh. I'm sorry. The Patriots are a dumpster fire.
Yeah. Pittsburgh got way more talent. There's no way the Patriots win this
Patriots
game.
can't score.
I can't see that happening.
So next game on the slate, we have another so great game.
What is it?
we have the Carolina Panthers.
Oh yeah.
Versus the what are they in third place now? The Saints, New Orleans Saints. The Saints are a 5.5 point favorite in this game, coming off of a loss to the Detroit Lions, and the Panthers coming off of a loss to everybody. What say you?
Yeah, I like the Saints in this spot. The Saints are one of those teams that's unpredictable, but I'm riding against the Carolina Panthers every week. I mean, they
only failed you once.
Yeah, they're competitive. They were competitive last week against Tampa Bay, but ultimately they still fall on the short side of the stick. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Saints. The Saints went down big early. That game could have been way worse than what the score showed. But they showed some fight, some grit, and
they fought back.
They kind of fought their way back into it to have the game. Back. Within the 5, they lost by 5. So after starting off 21-0, they were able to battle their way back. They got Alvin Kamara in the mix a lot. He scored 2 touchdowns. Chris Olave, he got some passes, got a lot of yards. You say
still
he should have been playing.
He should have.
But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take the Saints bounce back at home in this game right here. 5.5 points seem like it's a lot. But since it's a divisional matchup, but I'm going to take the Saints at home to win this game for sure.
Okay. I'm with you. I'm not picking Carolina.
You'd be a fool to do that.
Yeah. I've made some questionable decisions in life, and I don't think this is one of them. So I'm going to roll with the Saints on this one. The Aints got enough firepower to take out the non-existent Panthers offense.
Yeah.
So I'm just rolling with that. Defense is still pretty solid, which makes that 5 a little bit scary.
Must win for the Saints.
But it is must win for the Saints, because if they don't, then they're probably going to be eliminated from playoff contention pretty soon here. So, yeah, they need that. Next game on the slate, we have the Detroit Lions versus the Chicago Bears. The Lions are a 3-point favorite on the road here against the Chicago Bears, who put up a very strong fight against them just a couple weeks back. So I got to tell you.
You're a little torn.
A little bit torn. And I'm kind of leaning towards taking the Bears at home in this game.
Upset to win?
Upset to win, because it's a home game, and they really almost won a couple weeks ago. Detroit was able to put some drives together and do some stuff, but that defense is cooking.
Yeah,
that Bears defense is cooking. Justin Fields kind of has the Detroit Lions number. He runs around on them a lot. He did it before, and I think he can do it again. Let's go with the Bears.
You're on a limb with that one.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
And I see why you would say that, because the Lions, obviously, their defense hasn't been playing great. They've been giving up a lot of points in the last 4 weeks.
They give up so many yards.
Yeah, so many points. You can take it back. You looking at the Saints having to push to come back to almost win that game. The Packers on Thanksgiving. The Bears at home.
DJ Moore, man.
So I can see where you're leaning on that. But I'm going to go ahead. I'm still going to take the Detroit Lions. I think they're the better team overall. I think it'll be a close game for sure. The Bears do have their number, but I've seen like Justin Fields with 2 late fumbles last week. The reason why the Bears even got kind of up in that game the first time they met in Detroit was because of the turnovers by Jared Goff. Obviously, he cut those turnovers down last week against the Saints, and you see what happened. They get a 21-point lead in the beginning, right? So it's hard for anybody to come back.
That offense kind of stall a little bit.
Yeah, it stalled out, but they end up, no matter what, they end up winning, right? And I think that's going to be the case here. Jared Goff cut down on the turnovers. The Bears are a good team. They have a good secondary. They're good at stopping the run. They're one of the top teams in stopping the run. I'm pulling for
the Lions to be a playoff team to do something this season, so I don't have a problem with the Lions winning.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying what I see.
Yeah, I'm taking the Lions here. Monty back at home. If Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions, is smart, they would give Monty at least 20 carries this game. Home, it's kind of like a welcome back to Chicago game for David Montgomery. I got Monty on the over on the rush yard. So let's go, Monty.
I'm not mad at that. I ain't mad at that over. I'll tell you that now. Next game on the slate, we have.
What we got?
We have the Houston Texans versus the New York Jets. Jets. The Texans are a 5.5-point favorite in this game on the road. What say you about this one?
Yeah, Texans, they got some injuries, right? Tank Dell is injured. He's done for the season. On the Jets side of the ball, they just can't score any points, man. They cannot score any points on the offensive side of the ball. I'm going to continue. They got a great defense. Their defense is giving them opportunities. But after 3-4 quarters of your offense not being able to score touchdowns and you scoring field goals, that takes a toll on the defense, man. And then C.J. Stroud, this is a high-powered offense. He's going to let it rip. He's going to let it fly. I think we saw
sling, man.
We saw when, the Falcons played the Jets. The Jets can be had in the secondary. You know what I mean? You can throw on the Jets. So C.J. Stroud, Dalton Schultz, Nico Collins, I think they have a good game. I think they do beat the Jets. The Jets don't score enough points offensively to compete with anybody.
Well, the secondary is still kind of strong. The Jets have been able to pull off some turnovers. A lot of it comes in the secondary. They do get some forced fumbles and stuff like that here and there too. But I just feel like
don't matter if your offense can't score points off of turnovers.
You can't score points with
it. Don't matter.
I figured out what was wrong with the Jets after they played the Miami Dolphins and on Black Friday, and I figured out that the defense can't be your offense. If your defense is your offense for your team, you have a problem because the defense is scoring on par with the damn offense at this point. And if you're not getting touchdowns out there, you're not getting in good field goal positions, I just don't see it happening. So I'm going to take the Texans in this one. And C.J. Stroud proved he can play against a good defense when he played against the Broncos last week. So, hey, I think the Texans come through on this one again.
Yeah.
Next game on the slate, we have the Indianapolis Colts, quietly pretty hot.
Yeah, they are hot.
Versus the Cincinnati Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
The Colts are a 1-point favorite in this game on the road against the Browning-led, not Burrow, Browning-led Bengals. I get why this is a pick'em. I think Browning's performance in Monday Night Football made it a lot more interesting.
Absolutely.
Is he able to continue that? Or is that a one-off performance, or does he continue playing a game? On paper, he played a damn near perfect game. He played pretty well. He got all of his receivers involved. They was able to run the offense, and it looked like a Bengals offense that we've been able to see for the past couple years. So, I think it definitely makes it interesting. Mm-hmm. However, I don't know where the Bengals are in terms of playoff contention. Like, how realistically, how strong of a competitor are they? Right now, they're behind the Texans, the Broncos, and the Bills for a wild card spot.
Mm-hmm. So,
I don't know if they have enough firepower to be able to actually do something. But on the other hand, I feel like the Colts are actually fighting because they have a chance at winning the division now that Trevor Lawrence has this ankle sprain.
Mm-hmm.
I think I gotta take the Colts.
Taking the Colts?
I gotta take the Colts in this one. It is a pick 'em, and I get it. But I think I gotta take the Colts.
I'm gonna go the opposite direction.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go ahead and take Cincinnati. I'm gonna sniff the Kool-Aid. I'm gonna drink the Kool-Aid, whatever it is. I'm a brown-nosed Jake Browning.
What happened to no Burrow, no Dub?
Listen, Jake Browning, he played very well against Jacksonville on a primetime stage. He didn't make any mistakes.
It's not like he's a rookie.
Right. He's not a rookie. He didn't make any mistakes. He threw the ball down the field. Usually when you see rookies or people that get their first start or whatever the case may be, they don't play very well. He played extremely well, throwing the ball to his key players.
He said he's been prepping for this for years.
He threw the ball to Chase. Chase had like 10 targets or something crazy like that.
Which is what you should do.
What you should do. On third down, it was a one-on-one matchup on the outside. He was getting blitzed. He took a shot to Chase, and you got a 70-something.
He's a security blanket.
70-some yard touchdown, right?
24/7.
So, on third, on the key down, driving to get in field goal range at the end of the game to get to overtime, he throws a shot to Jamar Chase. Chase bobbles it, but he threw a dime on target. So I saw him playing very well at the quarterback position.
He played
getting all the players involved, throwing the ball the right way, not making mistakes, looking at his reads, throwing it to the right people. On the Indianapolis Colts side of things, now that's where I have questions because they lose that game against Tennessee if the special teams don't get two block punts. One that goes to the house, and then special teams won the game for the Colts against the Titans. So
the offense can score though.
Let's not
make a mistake about it. They can run the ball. They can pass the ball. The quarterback is willing to take off and make some plays. Minshew does not play bad.
He doesn't play bad. He did fumble in the red zone before the half.
Yes, he had a fumble in the red zone. He did have one.
I just think overall, I think the Bengals are going to play a whole lot better. They're a better team than the Titans.
And that was a division game, by the way.
It was a division game. Fair enough. But like I said, without the special teams turnovers, without the special team touchdown, without the Titans missing a field goal, extra point after they scored a touchdown, the game could have swung a different way. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Cincinnati Bengals on this one. I'm going to drink the Jake Browning Kool-Aid. They have a good run game with Joe Mixon. He's tough. He's physical at home. Jamar Chase is healthy. T. Higgins is healthy as well. They got options. I don't think the Colts have enough to kind of handle that. You know what I mean? So I'm taking the Bengals, man.
Okay. I think if Jonathan Taylor is out again, I definitely makes it a little more interesting. But I'm sticking to where I'm at.
1 point.
1 point is a pick 'em. So
yeah.
I mean, what do you want me to say? It's not. It's not much room in there. But next game on the slate, speaking of Jacksonville, we have the Duval Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Cleveland Brownies. The Browns are actually a 3-point favorite in this game. And I got to believe that a lot of that has to do with the Trevor Lawrence injury.
Absolutely.
Also, Christian Kirk injury, because that is also a very key wide receiver, and he is used a fuck ton in that offense. Yeah. So what say you?
I feel sorry for CJ Beathard. He's going to be in trouble. Myles Garrett, this is a good game for Myles Garrett to get after it. This is a good Browns defense, as we see, top defense in the league. No Christian Kirk, no Trevor Lawrence. I think the Cleveland Browns stopped the run game, bottled up Travis Etienne. As far as passing the ball, you got Calvin Ridley, you got Evan Ingram. I just don't think Beathard is going to be good enough to.
Is it Beathard or Beathard?
CJ Beathard, whatever you want to call him. I don't think he's good enough to face this Cleveland Browns defense. So I'm taking the Cleveland Browns defense over CJ Beathard, because I don't think they got it, man. And then the Browns, they just came off of a loss. They're a little pissed off. And not to mention, 40-year-old Joe Flacco, he was out there slinging it, and he didn't look bad. So I'm taking the Browns.
I was going to talk about that, too. They got Flacco. I don't know where the hell, I don't know what retirement home they went and picked up Flacco from, but he made some passes out there. He was out there making some plays. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, he was slinging it,
Flacco. Man. I'm going to go with pretty Flacco in this one, man. Give me the Brownies. That defense is still that defense, and
they're at home too. Yeah,
it's at home. The Jaguars are one less weapon. You're dealing with a backup quarterback. Of course, he's gonna have a full week of prep, but I do think that there's enough weapons out there too with Amari Cooper and Njoku has come alive. You still got Jerome Ford, you still got Kareem Hunt. Those guys can put together a solid running game. With all that being said, give me the Browns, man. Especially at home. Mm-hmm. And they're in contention for a wild card spot too. So
yeah.
Next game on the slate, we have the Los Angeles Rams versus the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens are a 7-point favorite in this game at home.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say this. I like the Ravens to win the game. Mm-hmm. But I definitely don't know about 7 points just because the Rams have been a lot more competitive and they're a different team with Kyron Williams.
Yeah, they are.
Having Kyron Williams back, having a healthy Cooper Kupp, having Puka, who went down with an injury, but he came back in. So we kind of got to see his status during the week here.
He's fine. He came back in.
Yeah, he came back in, so I'm assuming he's good enough.
Yeah.
But Stafford being able to manage the football, being able to kind of work around the field to all these receivers and kind of balance the offense as a good game manager. I think it definitely makes it very competitive, but I do think that Ravens run game coming off of a bye week makes them pretty dangerous in this spot, and they're at home. I'm going to go with them at home just because they are a very strong team, and they're coming off a bye week, so I think that's good because they need that rest to prepare for playoffs.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to take Baltimore at home coming off the bye. Top defense in the league. Everybody knows that. They had a big win against the Chargers on Thursday night.
Chargers was competitive, but it still wasn't enough.
It was competitive, but they dominated.
Still wasn't enough.
They ran the football very well. I think that happens here as well. This Rams defense is young. They play a lot of zone. But Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson, they needed to get healthy. OBJ needed to get healthy. Yeah. Isaiah Likely needed an extra week to kind of get some reps in with Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
He loves his tight ends. So they had, extra week to game plan for this game. So I'm going to take the Ravens at home in this one to win straight up. I do like what the Rams are doing, though.
Okay. Not mad at that. I do like what they got cooking, too. They're on the bubble, so they could use this game, which is why I think it'll be very competitive. And I don't exactly know about that 7. But, yeah. Next game on the slate. We have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the first place sitting, ain't beaten. Apparently, I heard someone say a falcon can fly higher than a jet. We have the first place Atlanta Falcons going up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in a division matchup, and the Falcons are a 2.5-point favorite at home in this game. And what say me? I say the Dirty Birds continue to rise up. It's at home. It's a home game. It's a division game. I think they understand that if they win this division game, then they've pretty much locked up the division at this point. Mm-hmm. They only have 2 more division games, one of those against the Panthers. So if you win this game, you're in a great spot to go ahead and secure a playoff spot. I'm not 100% sure if that's just firmly locked in yet, but I think if you win 4 division games, it's putting you in a good spot.
Right.
So, I'm going to take the Falcons at home against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They beat them once on the road before. So I do expect this to be highly competitive. I expect Tampa Bay to fight back because Tampa Bay is still in contention for a wild card spot also. And possibly the division. So it's not like they're just out of it here, but they're right behind the Seahawks and the Rams for a wild card spot. So, and the Seahawks are declining. Mm-hmm. So, I think it is going to be a competitive game, but I do like the Falcons in this spot here.
All right, so we know
do something unprecedented.
We know what happened when the Falcons were in Tampa. They squeaked by Tampa Bay. Desmond Ridder, 3 fumbles. 3 turnovers.
And still won.
They still won, but they squeaked by Tampa Bay. All right. The key thing that I'm looking for in this game, if A.J. Terrell is not playing, Atlanta is going to lose this game for sure. Okay? Because you got Mike Evans. Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans has been on point all season long. Damn near a touchdown a game.
You don't think Jesse Bates is going to be watching Mike?
That's fine, but you still got Chris Godwin. You still got other receivers over there that he's going to have to watch. Chris Godwin is not no bum. He just isn't Baker Mayfield's favorite target. Mike Evans has over 1,000 yards this season already. This is like his 10th season with 1,000 yards or something like that.
He's a good receiver.
Stud.
He's a
Jeff
great
Okudah
receiver.
cannot hold Mike Evans. Jeff Okudah is not that great, right? He's not that good of a corner. He gets cooked every game. So with that being said, I understand the Falcons are good at playing at home. They're a good home team. Desmond Ridder still makes mistakes. I think this Tampa Bay team is going to be fired up. They got a win against Carolina, which was a little bit of a dogfight for them. So it's going to be another dogfight here in Atlanta. But I think no A.J. Terrell. I give the edge to Tampa Bay on the rematch because I feel like they believe they could have won that game in Tampa.
I mean, of course, everybody believes they can win, but they didn't. And
I get it, but I'm taking Tampa Bay.
I feel you. I'm not mad at that pick, even though I don't believe it. But I'm not mad at the pick. I get what you're saying there. I just feel like the Falcons have given up a whole bunch of deep passes all season, and they still won several of those games. So I'm going to go with the home team on this one. Give me the Falcons, man. Give me the Falcons. Next game on the slate, getting into those 4 o'clock games, we have the Minnesota Vikings as a 3-point favorite on the road against the Las Vegas Raiders.
The Raiders.
What say you about this one?
This is a tough one for me, actually. Both teams are coming off of a bye. Both teams are coming off of losses. The Vikings kind of, I don't know who's going to be our quarterback this week, but I would say, this is a chance. I think Justin Jefferson might play.
He is playing.
He is? Okay. So easy play. I'm going to go ahead and take the Minnesota Vikings on the road to win this one. I think they're a better team all around. That defense is very aggressive. It gives them so many different looks. Aiden O'Connell will probably be confused out there. But if they blitz a lot, then that opens it up for Jacoby Myers
they're gonna blitz
Devontae
a lot.
Adams. So
you already know they blitzing a lot. They dialing it up.
Yes, I'm gonna take the Vikings to go ahead and win this one, man. Justin Jefferson back, energy gonna be high.
Oh yeah, Justin Jefferson back in the room. That is definitely a big energy boost to an already pretty amped up team. Joshua Dobbs. They're considering a QB change, but I don't think they're gonna not play Dobbs. Just in my personal opinion. So I'm gonna take the Vikings in this spot, especially with Justin Jefferson coming back. That defense has still been humming. They've been dialing up. The Raiders, they play with a lot of energy too. Of course, you got Mad Max back there. Love that guy. But I just don't think it's gonna be enough to overcome it. You got Jacobs been putting together a pretty nice campaign later in the season. You got Devontae Adams starting to get back incorporated in the offense. You got Jacoby. You got some weapons on there, so I get it. 3 points doesn't sound like a bad point spread for this game, but I think the Vikings just are playing for a little bit more than the Raiders at this point. So I feel like they're gonna come in with it.
I agree.
Next game on the slate, we have the Seattle Seahawks against the San Francisco 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
We have a doozy of a 10.5, whopping 10.5 point spread in this game. The 49ers are clearly, especially after beating the Eagles, clearly most dominant team in the league when healthy. They've shown that they can be extremely dominant.
And can't nobody beat them.
You're going to have a hard time beating them. So, with that being said, I know this is another division matchup, and they're coming back. They spinning the block. Seahawks did put up a very good fight against Dallas.
Yeah, they did.
They almost won that game.
That's Dallas, though.
But that was Dallas.
That's Dallas.
You said Dak Prescott is a top 5 quarterback at this point,
right
if
now,
not the best quarterback in the league today, right now.
Correct.
So playing against the best quarterback in the league, and you still win that, they lose that game by what? 3?
3. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, 10.5 is a lot of points, but I do think that the San Francisco 49ers are even more complete, and they are going to win this game.
Yeah, I agree. Back-to-back road games for Seattle. Playing these
Tough
top
road
teams,
games.
top NFC teams. You talking about 1, 2, and 3? 1 and 2, or 1, 2, and 3 in the NFC.
Tough.
Yeah. So Seattle, they're going to compete. Trust me, they will compete. They will battle. It's a divisional game. It's probably going to be closer than a 10, at least in the beginning. It's going to be close. Yeah, I think the 49ers, like you talked about, no need to beat a dead horse with it, but they're just the most dominant team right now. They're healthy, and everything is just clicking.
That boy good.
Yeah, everything is just clicking. So this is the 49ers that we saw in the first 5 games of the season right now. So, I think they continue to win, and this is going to be another one that they punch on the win column.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it is what it is.
But it's a divisional game, and anything can happen. But this Geno Smith we talking
it's
about.
It's more so the point spread than anything that I have questions about, not the San Francisco 49ers winning.
Yeah.
But those are always the tricky ones.
And then Kenneth Walker ain't playing. He might not play. I don't know if he's still playing or not. So that really hurt them too, because they lost all their running game.
If they had, Charbonnet did pretty well.
Yeah, but no.
Against Dallas, too.
He ain't Kenneth Walker. Kenneth Walker can take that thing to the crib.
Kenneth Walker is a better running back, but Charbonnet he's done solid, especially against a good defense. I wasn't mad at his performance.
He ain't got no choice but to do solid.
Okay.
He ain't Kenneth Walker. He ain't K9. You heard?
All right. Well, we're going to see what Charvarius Ward could do against Metcalf in this game, so we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
We got the Buffalo Bills in the next game on the slate versus the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs are a 2.5-point favorite in this game at home. What say you?
It's a big matchup right here.
It is.
It's a huge game.
It should be a bigger game than it is.
Yeah, it's going to get bigger as we get to the weekend. But Buffalo coming off a bye week, tough loss against Philadelphia in overtime. Josh Allen played lights out, played great. Chiefs on their side got really dominated against the Packers. They coming back to Arrowhead. Obviously, it's hard to bet against Patrick Mahomes. Like a wise man wouldn't do that.
It's paid off a few times though.
A wise man wouldn't do that. But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna take the Buffalo Bills because I know I'm gonna take the Buffalo Bills. I think the Chiefs can't get in a shootout with anybody this season. They are not able to get in a shootout with anybody this season. I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills. Bills are pissed off. They're upset. They had another week to prepare for this game. Chiefs a little bit deflated. They don't know. Nobody fears them offensively, right? So their defense did play pretty bad. I expect them to play a little bit better this week. But the way that the Chiefs defense plays, they play a lot of man-to-man coverage. They play a lot of blitzing. Spags dials it up. But who's man beater? You got Stephon Diggs, man beater. Throw a quick slant to him. You got, Dalton Kincaid. That's starting to become one of Josh Allen's favorite.
Kincaid was out.
No, he's injured, but he should be playing. I think it's questionable. You got Kincaid, one of his favorite targets now. And you got Josh Allen with the ability to move around and scramble and run away from some of that pressure. So I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills to win in a close one. Probably win with a last-second field goal, a last-minute field goal, something like that.
I was thinking about Dawson Knox. My bad.
Yeah, Dalton
Kincaid is in.
Yeah, I'm taking Buffalo.
Okay.
That's hot.
We got to go opposite on this one, brother. I'm gonna take the Chiefs to bounce back, and I'll tell you why. The Chiefs, coming off of a loss, I think they kind of felt like they embarrassed because people expected them to win that game against Green Bay. But Green Bay, to their credit, Green Bay just came out and played better.
Yeah.
They've been playing great football. So I think the Chiefs at home, coming off of that loss, Given the defensive performance that we seen in that last game, I think the defense steps it up. I'm expecting Chris Jones to get in the backfield, get a sack. I'm expecting Josh Allen to throw a pick or two against that defense. And I think that makes a difference. I think, it's a lot of noise. People been hearing the noise. So Travis Kelce going to come back, fight for his right to party.
No Taylor Swift, no Dub.
Hey, man, Tay-Tay's off tour, man. So she probably going to be in the building.
Listen,
so I'm going to go with Kelce.
Bro, straight up, I hate the narrative. I hate what it's been doing. But
she was at the game against Green Bay.
No, was she?
She was in Lambeau.
Oh, I didn't know.
She was in Lambeau.
I ain't know. But he's been playing like trash for a minute.
Hey, man, he's going to be at home. He got his girlfriend back. I mean, home cooking usually helps heal a lot of wounds. So, I'm gonna take the Chiefs in this one. I think the offense gets on track. Plus, Rashee Rice has been stepping up week by week, and he's developing. He looks like their number one receiver at this point. And I think Kelce gets back on track because I don't think he's gonna just play off too long. He's a Hall of Famer, guaranteed at this point. No.
Yeah.
So I think he pulls it together. I think we see a better game out of Kelce in this one. So I'm going to go with the Chiefs. Next game on the slate, we have a division matchup coming out of that same Chiefs division. We have the Denver Broncos as a 3-point underdog against my Los Angeles Chargers. The Chargers played in one of the ugliest games
ever saw in my
probably
life.
in NFL history. And they managed to pull it off with no touchdowns. They won a game by 6 points, and that game only had 6 points scored.
Yeah.
So
that was 1980s, 60s.
It was the first football game. Yeah, man, it's tough. It's really tough because the Broncos defense, more than anything, makes it very tough, and it's a division game. But I feel like the Chargers definitely need this win if they're going to have any type of shot at a wild card spot.
No shot.
I don't think they have much of a shot at a wild card spot.
No.
I think Staley has pretty much blew that.
Yeah, no shot.
But I think I'm going to take the Chargers at home in this game. Just because I feel like the offensive firepower is still high enough for them to make something happen against the Denver Broncos. The Broncos defense is still playing.
They had no fire and they had no power last week.
Yeah, that's the Patriots though. That is the Patriots though. So let's not act like Belichick don't put together some good defensive schemes.
Yeah.
They're a dumpster fire, but they can play some defense. So I think they definitely put some points on the board this time around.
Yeah.
And they just got to bounce back. That was not a pretty win. It was nothing. It was nothing to love about that performance whatsoever. So I think the Chargers got to bounce back on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably go the opposite direction.
You're gonna go with the Broncos.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Broncos to win this game right here. And the reason why, I think the Chargers are banged up, man. I think Keenan Allen's a little hurt. I think Austin Eckler's a little hurt. They look a little banged up out there. They don't look like they're playing with full speeds, full strength. I think that game against the Ravens really took a toll on them because that shit kind of poured over into the Patriots game. They had no juice whatsoever, And the Broncos, that defense is very opportunistic. They continue to force turnovers and get takeaways. They continue to put their offense in positions to win. They had a shot at winning that game against the Houston Texans.
They did.
So with that being said, I think the Broncos keep it real competitive. Offensively, they've been doing a lot better with, running the football and Russ been doing okay, throwing the ball and everything else like that. But they just had a bad last play. Russ had a bad last play. He had got some pressure.
Yeah, I was pulling for him.
Yeah, he got some pressure, of course.
I was pulling for him, which is very rare.
So I'm gonna go ahead and take the Broncos in a close one, man. I think they play a really good game, and I think, I think they have a better defense, and I just think the Chargers are a little bit banged up, man. I don't think they're fully
They are
healthy.
banged up, and the secondary is still questionable. But the only reason I'm okay with that is Jerry Jeudy and Cortland Sutton can make some plays, so I expect them to go out there and still make some plays. But I'm hoping.
Is Joey Bosa playing?
I don't know if Joey's back this game or not.
Yeah.
That is a big difference as far as the pass rush goes and containing that run.
But Khalil Mack has been very active.
Khalil Mack is doing this thing out there. So I don't know if he's gonna be back yet, but we'll see if he's back from that foot injury. But I don't believe so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that strengthens my case a little bit more.
Yeah, it definitely gives you a stronger case for your argument, and it's not a bad pick. So I got you.
Mm-hmm. What's next?
Next game on the slate, we have
game of the week.
Very much so the game of the week. Waiting all day for Sunday night.
Waiting all day.
Yeah, I had an error.
Waiting all day.
See, I put a little error in the end of that Sunday night. We have the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Dallas Cowboys. Mm-hmm. The Cowboys are a 3.5-point favorite in this game. Mm-hmm. At home.
At home. Rematch. Division rival. Rematch.
Division rivalry rematch. What say you about this one, man?
This game right here is going to tell us all we need to know about the Dallas Cowboys. Right? Because we all know that Philadelphia, they got dominated against the 49ers. And they were in a dogfight with Dallas when they played in Dallas a few weeks ago, when they played in Philly a few weeks ago. So, to be completely honest, I think Philadelphia is still banged up from that bruising that the 49ers put on them. You know what I mean? Because when you play the 49ers, they're going to get physical with you, and they're gonna bang you up.
The Eagles get physical too, though.
They do, but I didn't see, it wasn't that the defensive line didn't show up, right? And you got a couple Hall of Famers on the Dallas offensive line. Dak Prescott's been playing great offensively, throwing the ball down the field. The weakness that we see in Philadelphia is their inability to cover, the inability to prevent big plays down the field. So I think that's going to be a major factor in this game.
Love CeeDee Lamb prop in this game.
CeeDee Lamb has been going off. Brandon Cooks has found his way into the offense and to the mix, especially in the red zone. Dak Prescott has been making a connection with his tight ends, Shoemaker and Jake Ferguson. They still don't have too much of a run game, but they do enough to keep themselves balanced to open up that passing game. So I think here at home, Dallas at home in a rematch, they feel like they could have had that game in Philadelphia. I think Dallas takes the win here for sure.
Okay. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it with the level of play that Dak Prescott has had. Philly losing 2 games in a row, though. It's tough.
It's a tough stretch for them, man.
It's a tough stretch.
These are playoff games. These dudes are playing playoff games right now. We're not in the playoffs.
Jalen Carter said, y'all worry about me crying about a game. Go get you some money. Breadman started talking cash shit after he lost. Mm-hmm. And I love it. Go Dogs. So I'm gonna go with the Philadelphia Eagles to bounce back in this game. I think the Eagles are going to apply a little bit more pressure defensively. I think we're going to see a better defense going against Dallas than we saw against the Seahawks. The Seahawks put up a lot of fight against Dallas defense, against Bland and all that. Mm-hmm. And they made some situational football plays to bring that game home. But I think Philly's defense is better than the Seahawks defense. So I don't see them moving the ball as smooth as they did offensively. CeeDee Lamb had a day against those guys in his last game against the Seahawks. The only thing I don't like about this is Philly's recovery time frame from all of these games. Because at this point, it'll be their 4th game in 20 days. So, they're pushing them hard. Like, within this stretch of the season, and they're against very good teams.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that goes against them, but I do like them to bounce back. I just feel like Jalen Hurts got that dog in him, man. He's not gonna want to lose again back to back. He has Super Bowl ambitions and winning the Super Bowl. I don't think he just wants to go. He wants to win, and he knows that these are the type of games that get you there. So
yeah, that's a fact.
So I'm gonna take Jalen Hurts and the Eagles in this one, man, for the dub.
Not bad.
Next game on the slate. Apparently it's a doubleheader.
Yeah.
On M&F. We have an M&F doubleheader coming up for y'all.
They're playing at the same time.
Which is weird. But first game of the doubleheader, we have the Green Bay Packers versus your New York Football Giants.
Yes, sir.
It's your team in here. So what's the Packers are a 6.5 point favorite in this game on the road. So what say you about that?
You know the Giants, man, coming off a bye week. You know what I mean? Coming off a win before the bye week.
Coming off a big win.
Barely. But we got it. Missed field goal.
Yep.
But no matter what, we still got the win. Our defense was playing very, very well, okay? We've been playing lights out. Getting turnovers, forcing turnovers, taking the ball away, giving our offense an opportunity to score some points, in which they haven't really been doing. So I would give a lot of credit to our defense for getting that win before the bye week. We had 2 weeks to prepare for this game. Green Bay is playing very well. Jordan Love is playing lights out. He's throwing the ball down the field. They kind of let the leash go a little bit and let him do his thing.
Took the training wheels off.
Let him control the offense. Let him do his check.
Ride.
Let him ride. 6.5 points, I think, is a lot. I do think Green Bay has a good chance of winning this game. Obviously, based off of their offense is better than our offense. They can score more points. So I'm gonna take Green Bay to win this game, man. Reluctantly, but I think being objective about it, I'm gonna take Green Bay to win. And I'll leave it at that.
I'm gonna agree with you on this one. I'm gonna take Green Bay to win also because of the simple fact that I feel like we saw Green Bay go against a tough defense in the Chiefs and made them not look like they're as tough as they are.
Yeah.
Even on the road, I do like them in this spot just because the Giants can generate. DeVito looked okay.
Decent. Yeah.
Serviceable.
Yeah.
Decent in the last performance.
He throws the ball down the field,
Yeah, but who's he throwing it to?
Jalen Hyatt, man.
That's
Jalen Hyatt. Yeah,
that's it.
But he throws the ball down the field. He taking shots.
You got Saquon. Of course, Saquon gonna do Saquon things. He can make plays happen. That's why he should have got the money at the beginning of the season. But overall, I think the Packers are putting together a nice enough campaign, and they do want to make the playoffs.
Yeah,
they're convinced.
It's a must win for them.
They're convinced.
If they want to go to the playoffs, they got to win this game.
So yeah, I'm gonna take the Packers for that reason on the road here, just because even coming off of a bye week, I still don't know how much offense I'm generating from the Giants.
Yeah, we can't score points. We cannot score points.
What I'm getting.
I think we averaging less than 20 points a game. It's crazy, like 17 points a game.
And the Packers are playing good on both sides of the football. So with that being said, I'm gonna take the Packers in this spot for the first of the doubleheaders on M&F. Now, for the second doubleheader on the slate, we have the Tennessee Titans versus the Miami fast as fuck Dolphins. And they are a 13.5 point favorite in the biggest spread of the week in this game against the Titans. Now, I'll say this. 13.5 points is a lot for any game.
Yeah. Except
a team that put up 70.
Right.
So I don't know the status of Derrick Henry.
And they put up 40 something last week, didn't they?
They put up like 46 or something against the Commanders. So
he's out of concussion protocol, so he should be good. He went to practice, so he should be good to play this weekend.
Okay. So
next week.
Yeah, Monday, and he has an extra day with it being Monday Night Football, so that's a great sign.
He's going to play.
He's going to play, but Jalen Ramsey, Xavier Howard, the only real receiver you have as a large threat is DeAndre Hopkins, in this case.
And he's not a threat.
Yeah, he hasn't been a super threat. You got Tennessee Titans with young Will Levis on the road, who hasn't had much great road performance as of yet. So give me Tua, Tariq, the Penguin, Achane coming back. He looked good in the second half of that game. They ran him. All of that being said, man, give me the Dolphins, man.
Dolphins are healthy, minus Phillips on the defensive side, but that's not going to be a problem as we saw versus Washington. Like you mentioned, Will Levis on the road, not good enough offensively. They don't put up enough points. They are not going to be able to compete.
They can't keep up with that scoring pace. They can't keep up
with the track team. You know what I mean? They just can't do it. Yes, Derrick Henry is back, but surprising stat to me, the Miami Dolphins defense is top 10 in stopping the run. They rank 8th in stopping the run. So they're a top team. Another surprising stat on the offensive side, the Tennessee Titans are 17th in rushing yards and running the football. So
Derrick Henry has not had a super great season.
No.
He's came on pretty well for the last couple games.
Yeah.
Maybe about 3-4 games out of the season, we can say Derrick Henry had a good Derrick Henry game. But I didn't see it a lot in these other games. So.
No. This is going to be a situation if the Titans get down 14 points, 2 scores, the game is over.
And I didn't like, when they went into overtime with the Colts, the only thing they did was throw the ball to Tajay Spears.
Right. They didn't push it down the field.
They didn't push it down the field. And that's problematic.
They don't have anybody push it down the field, too.
That's what I'm saying. That's problematic to me. You in a close dogfight with the Colts, and you can't throw the ball downfield. You keep throwing it short to Spears because you're scared of having a turnover. That's what it looked like to me. Mm-hmm. And, that's going to be problematic to a top 10 run defense and a team that is a track team, as you so eloquently stated. These guys don't just score. They score fast as fuck.
Yeah,
Tyreek Hill had over 100 yards receiving in 2 passes.
Yeah, give me the Cheetah and the Penguin, man.
Give me the over on the passing yards
Cheetah,
for Tyreek Hill again.
Achane, Mostert, the fastest players in the league, all on one team. Hard to defeat that, man.
Yeah.
That's what we got.
That's that. But with all that being said, man, we gave these folks a lot to consider and a lot to think about. But they still got to know. What are your best bets?
My best bets. All right, man.
Give it to me.
Let's talk about it.
Last week on Best Bets, we both went 2-1.
2-1. The goddamn Titans.
The under.
And the under. Did not
under. Fuck.
Everything.
Dallas didn't cover the point spread. They won.
Yeah.
They won by, I think it was 9. They won by 6. Yeah.
Terrible. Tragic. Yeah, 2-1, both 2-1 on our best bets. Not bad, that's still a winning week.
It is.
It's still a winning week.
It is.
So this week we're gonna try to win, but we're gonna try to go undefeated.
For sure.
First one for me, I got Cincinnati Bengals +1 at home playing the
Nasty Natty.
Yeah, who they playing again?
The Nasty Natty is going against the Colts.
Yeah, they playing the Colts. Yeah, I got Cincinnati Bengals. Jake Brown.
They're actually -1 right now.
Yeah, Jake Brown. So the line done changed on me, but there's more people thinking like me right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm sniffing the Jake. I'm drinking the Jake Brown and Kool-Aid. I like what I saw from there. No real issues. He didn't turn over the ball. He protected the football. Didn't like how the Colts played against Tennessee without those special teams turnovers, a fiasco that the Tennessee Titans endured. Dealt with. The Colts would have lost that game. So I'm taking Cincinnati +1. Line change, but +1, I'm taking Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Next one I'm taking is Houston, -5.5. They are on the road playing the Jets. I don't think the Jets have enough offense to keep up with Houston. Houston scores points. Houston would throw the ball down the field. I don't care if the Jets get 2 turnovers. They still won't be able to score any points offensively. Nate Hackett is a problem. Their quarterback is a problem. Granted, their quarterback made some throws down the field to Garrett Wilson. You know what I mean?
Off on him. Go ahead.
He made some quarterbacks there. But, we're seeing that the Jets are not really good offensively. Can't score any points. All they do is kick field goals. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and take Houston and C.J. Stroud without Tank Dell to go ahead and win by a touchdown. I think that's a good play. And then lastly, I'm going to take my New York Giants Monday Night Football. The line is 6.5. I think we play a good enough defense to cover the spread.
Think they're covering the spread.
You're giving us a touchdown, and you're giving us a touchdown in the hook. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that. Monday Night Football. Primetime games are a little bit weird. Off the bye week. Defense.
The over and under.
Yeah, the defense is opportunistic. We take the ball away. Been taking the ball away recently. So I think it'll be one of those sluggish games, and I think we end up covering the game and covering the spread. So those are my best bets. Cincinnati +1, the New York Giants +6.5, and the Houston Texans -5.5.
Not bad, brother. Not bad. I'm not mad. Not mad.
What say you, my dude?
Well, what I say is...
I say.
I say the Browns going to come out and fire on a beat-up Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm going to take the Browns to cover by 3 points at home against that banged-up Jaguars offense. That defense is still that defense. I do expect some defensive points being scored in that game in the Browns' favor.
I think the Jags are deflated, man. They were deflated.
That hurt bad. I'm going to also take. I'm gonna go with the home team in this one, man.
Which one?
The Falcons, man. Okay. I'm gonna take the Falcons by the 2.5 over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
That's a good number. 2.5 is a good number.
2.5 is a solid number.
That's a good number.
I'm always sketchy about taking my Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be honest. But 2.5 is a good number.
Listen,
in a home game.
Look, the line goes to 3. I'm taking Tampa Bay
because it might be a field goal situation.
Yeah, the line goes to 3. I'm taking Tampa Bay.
Might be a field goal situation, but I'm gonna take the Falcons by the 2.5 in this spot. And last but not least, this might not be. Well, I mean, I don't think it's bad. Give me the track team, man. Give me the track team. It's 13.5 points, but 2 touchdowns is very doable to a team that just put up 46 against a team that put up 17. And honestly, what's that much of a difference between the Commanders and the Titans at this point of the season?
Right.
So give me the track team, man. I like them. I typically, well, you know, I used to be a little bit more afraid of high point spreads, but with certain teams. These are just things that they do.
Yeah, we know Miami is known for beating up on
when they beat somebody, they beat the hell out of them.
Yeah, less than teams at home. Teams under 500.
Give me McDaniels with his ankles out.
Dominate.
Hope he puts on some more heat for his feet. You know what I'm saying? Give me Mike McDaniels out there, ankles out, shades on. Let's get it. It's hoodie time. Hoodie season, baby. Let's get it.
I like it.
All right, man. Y'all heard our best.
Yep.
You also heard the rest. But
make sure you comment your best bets of the week below.
We want to know that for sure.
Let us know what you think.
But
before we let you go,
these folks still got to know, man, why you don't put why is it always off the leash? It's always off the leash and it's always barking. So these folks got to know about the dogs of the week.
Yes, sir. All right, man. I'll start it off.
Last week, our dogs didn't bark that much.
They ain't bark that much, but it's okay.
It was some close ones. Yeah. Yours went in overtime. Mine's had an interception in the end zone.
Goddamn Titans.
Goddamn Russell Wilson.
Betting on trash teams, man.
Letting Russ cook. Letting Russ cook, man.
Yeah. But we're going to rebound this week. We're going to bounce back. That's a beautiful thing about there's always another week.
It's a beautiful thing about life.
It's always another day. You live to fight another day. All right, so this week, man, I don't really love it. I like it. I got the Buffalo Bills coming off of the bye week. They're in Arrowhead. They're playing the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't see the Chiefs. The Chiefs, nobody's afraid of the Chiefs. They have a weakness. Their weaknesses are their receivers. The Chiefs they've been kind of sputtering a little bit. They're not looking as good as we're used to seeing them. And I think, they're starting to show who they really are right now because usually around this time of the year, they're usually dominating. But we're not seeing that right now. I think Buffalo's a little pissed off. They had an extra week to prepare. I think they come into Arrowhead. They put up a battle. They put up a fight. They win. They win close.
Okay.
Hate betting against Patrick Mahomes, but I'm going to go ahead and take Buffalo because they still believe that they have an outside chance to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, they don't have a shot in hell.
Taking Buffalo.
My dog of the week. I hear you on that one. I don't know. My dog of the week is a team that's not even really a dog. I'm coating up, man. Give me them Colts, man. They went to +1. They make them a dog, right? Give me the Colts in this spot. I do think the Colts have enough firepower. They on the streak. They got an energy, man. As they say, they got that dog in them. Mm-hmm. One thing about them Colts, that horse actually got a dog in it. So, give me the Colts in this spot. I know it's going to be a tough matchup, especially with Browning playing the way that he played. On Monday Night Football, he looked good. Mm-hmm. Boy, did good. Mm-hmm. I ain't mad at it. However, so it's that energy, man. It's that energy. The Colts playing for something. They fighting for something. They got a shot at the division, especially after that Trevor Lawrence energy. I think them dogs smell blood, and they coming out howling. Mm-hmm. So give me the Colts in this spot to take the dub on the road.
Hey, man, you heard it here first.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what we got, man.
Hey, man.
We're going to make sure they bite this weekend.
Best of luck to
Buffalo
you,
and the Colts. We'll see what happens, man. But we appreciate you guys for watching. Make sure you comment your thoughts below. Make sure you like, comment, and share the video to some of your NFL heads.
Send them slips.
Yeah, let's see them slips. You cashing in on bets. Let us know what you're cashing in on. And you'll get featured on the next episode. You know what to do. Just comment below. But until next time, happy betting. And let's go ahead and let's send them off with
parlays. Making money line plays, man.
Let's hope that all of our bets pays.
Yeah, man. Y'all
Till
stay
next
tuned,
time,
man.
We out.
Peace.